everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be closing out the month of October as we head into my favorite month, November. It's also my birthday month as well, and it's also my favorite holiday, which is Thanksgiving. So don't judge. But let's just jump right on into closing out this budget. We're going to see what's been going on this month, and where all my money went to. So we just gonna do what it do. I'm just trying to look at something. So we are going to start off here. I'm going to take out my red pen and we're just going to be filling in our actual numbers. If you are new to my channel, my name is Janelle. I do all things budgeting. I also try to include work week lunches, grocery hauls, and meal planning, plus lifestyle videos, as me and my husband built and bought our first home in December, which is coming up on 1 year, y'all, and we are expecting our first child. So if that is something that you're interested in, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Now this is going to be my personal budget. I do have two budgets that I do, my personal budget and then my household budget. So you won't see things on here like utilities or our mortgage or anything like that, because that is out of our household budget, if you are curious. So we're going to start off with income. And so I get paid bi-weekly, and I also do get a commission check as well. I never really know what my commission check is. And at this job, they actually just tack it on to your paycheck instead of paying it out separately. So I always just budget for the bare minimum, and then if I do get a commission check, then it's a nice little thing. So for income one, I budgeted $12.20, but I actually got $12.78.72. And then for paycheck number two, I also budgeted that same amount. However, I brought home $1,967.97. And then I don't remember what my rollover is, because I'm actually looking at my Google Docs with all of it on there, and I just put all of the money that I was supposed to get together on there. So I'm just going to put this on the other, but all of the money that I got was at $454.22. And that includes whatever my actual rollover was. And in total, my income came out to $3,791. So actually almost $1,300 more than what I predicted that I was going to make. So not bad at all with my income. So now for kind of like my four walls things that I know sort of kind of that I have to pay for every month. So I just have a few of those. So I have my AT&T, which is my actual cell phone bill for me and my husband. We did get a new phone at the beginning of the year, so we're also paying on that as well. That's why it's a little bit higher, but I am hopefully maybe planning on we'll see, maybe next year paying that off so that this can go down some, but we'll see exactly what happens. But that bill was $186.38. I have my Acorns. So I have a regular investment account with them, and I also have an IRA account. And when you have an IRA account, they actually do charge you like a membership fee or whatever. So that's $3. Whew, sorry, y'all. I always get to yawning here. My transfer, which is the money that I actually put into our household account to pay for our bills, did come out to $450. The cash that I take out for all of our household expenses was $205. If you don't know, I used to do cash envelopes. I decided that I was going to get away from that from a little bit. I use my Capital One Quicksilver card and I put all of my charges on there, and then I will just pay a portion, or I'm not going to say a portion, I pay the statement balance off each month so that I don't receive any interest charges. And I just kind of have a rolling balance right now because especially when it comes to groceries have just gone through the roof, and no matter how much I budget out of my actual paycheck, it's like I'll never have enough to actually keep up, and it was stressing me out. And so I just decided that this would work best for me, and I'm actually staying within a very good budget using my credit card, so it's been working for me this month, and I'm going to continue to do it. And just as things change, like with my budget, then we'll just kind of go from there. My investments, I budgeted $60. However, I ended up putting 70-80, and this is because with my Capital One Silver card, I actually have it on my Acorns roundup. So every time I go to the grocery store, I buy something or anything like that, the extra change gets rounded up and then it comes out of my checking account, which is nice and helps with extra savings in my regular investment account. So it took out an extra $10.80 this month, which was actually really good. So that's how much I put towards investments. I don't know why I put $50 in my rollover, because I'm just rollovering whatever is left. Excuse me, y'all. Excuse me. So I'm just doing that. And then for miscellaneous is going to have, and you know what's not on here, you guys, which is so weird, is my Netflix. I don't know how I missed that. And I think it's because it came out. I'm lying. I don't know how I missed it. Not even sure, but it's on. I had to add it onto my spreadsheet, but it wasn't on here. So my miscellaneous is going to include, now that I realize that, I need to add that, going to include my Netflix, any extra payments that I paid on a credit card or used somewhere, or if I made any debit charges. So I had trying to add this up on my iPad, plus 1947 came out to, my miscellaneous was $1,073.98. Now this is not a surprise to me, maybe a surprise to y'all, but I knew that there were a couple of things that I was going to have to pay out of pocket. So this includes my Netflix bill. I put $107 to pay off my Citi card, because I ended up using my Citi card to buy groceries and gas right before we left on our trip, because the other card was maxed out at the time. Like the payment hadn't cleared out to where there was money on the card. And then $820 went to PayPal, because we bought our tickets on there, and I used part of my money and then part of our sinking funds to cover all of those fees. And then I owed Wells Fargo $85.18. And then the rest of it was just like random small miscellaneous stuff. So that's where that number comes out to. And then we're actually going to add all of that up. So we have 1073. Is that 98? 98 plus 70, 80 plus 205 plus 450 plus $3 plus 186.38 puts me at $1,989.16 in total for all of my bills and expenses, which is a lot of stinking money, y'all. That is actually really, really crazy. Now down to all of my debt that I just normally have to pay for. We have my Discover card, and I did go ahead and just put $35 to that. We have my Spark card. I budgeted $86.79, but then I did go back and get my hair done again, and so I ended up paying off $298.39. For Ashley's furniture, the first one was $96, the second one was $50. And then we have my Capital One Auto at $626. And then I did actually pay $52 to my Great Lakes. So that is $52. And we are going to add up all of our debt here. So we have 35 plus 298.39 plus 96 plus 50 plus 626 plus 52 is 1157.39 in all of my debt payments that I made. Now we're going to go down to my sinking funds and savings. The only thing that got extra money was this. So this was going to be 106 instead. So my total, instead of it being 320, it was actually 326. And the reason is because I had $6 roll over from my checking account to my savings account. And that is because when I created this account with Wells Fargo while I was in college, the checking account is set up that every time I have a debit swipe, it transfers $1 into my savings account to help me save. So we have 326 here. So we're going to add up all of my bills and expenses, my debt, and my sinking funds and savings. So we have 1157.39 plus 1989, 16 plus 326 equals, my total expenses came out to $3,472.55. And we are going to take this number, so minus 3,791, and that equals out to $228.36 that I have to roll over to November, which is really, really nice because once I get into November, that will actually help me to prepay out all of my expenses that I can go ahead and pay for that are not, which is not really much. But I can already go ahead and prepay some of that stuff out before I actually get paid. So that is nice. Or I might just put some of this towards my Discover debt because that was what I wanted to accomplish this month that I didn't get to do. So we'll see what I actually do. But that is my closeout. I'm happy that I was able to have some money to roll over. So I know most people do a zero-based budget. And in my mind, I'm doing a zero-based budget because this money has somewhere to go. It is going to roll over to next month. So that is where I am with all of my bills and everything. Now we're actually going to come down here to my investments. So I have 3 investments. I have an investment account with Robinhood and Acorns, and then I have my IRA, which is also with Acorns as well too currently. I will eventually at some point maybe move up or move some stuff around, but for right now this is just what works for me, so I'm just going to continue to use it. So for Robinhood, my starting balance was $215.34. I added $20 to this account, and I now currently have $237.03 in here. For my IRA, I started off with $147.24. I added $20 to here, and now my account is at, oops, wait, IRA. Y'all, I think I wrote this backwards. Yep, I sure did. Yeah, I sure did write this backwards. What was I thinking? So this should have been $20, and I am at 174 because I just wrote this down so that I didn't have to look back in my phone. 174.76. And then my IRA was at 147.86, and I added 30.80. And actually I can look at here and see my Acorns. Okay, yeah, so okay. So 30.80 here, and then now I'm at 185.04. So the total amount of money that I now have in all of my investment accounts is $596.83. So that is a $86.39 difference from the beginning of the month, even though I only put in $70.80. So that was about $15 that I gained over the month that I wouldn't have gotten in a regular checking or savings account. So that makes me feel really, really good. This is actually my closeout for the month of October. So I hope you guys enjoyed it and got something from it. What I got is that I spent way too much money paying back credit cards when I'm looking at these numbers like, dang, I could have put all of this towards my Discover card. But this is life, y'all. I'm pregnant. I'm thinking about November and all of the things that I still need to cover out of pocket, like my maternity shoot and my 4D ultrasound and all this stuff. So it's going to kind of continue as long as I stay on top of it. I'm not receiving any interest except for the small interest on my Discover card. So I'm doing pretty good, just not exactly where I want to be. But this is my closeout. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for liking, comment, and subscribing, and I'll see you guys in my next one.